Welcome back to 3DB versus MarineLord. This is game number 2 in this best of 3. This is the first round of Golden League, which means no stone walls, no keeps, and that's about it, I'm pretty sure. So we're here on Holy Island. MarineLord going to be playing as the English, 3DB going to be playing as the Rus. And B going to be immediately opening up with a dock. As expected, both players going to be opening up with a dock. Very, very standard stuff here. Very rarely do we see players not look to open up with a dock. I mean, only circumstances would be like probably Mongols. They can always put on some spearman pressure on in the Dark Age. Maybe Ottoman, like we saw last game with B. He looked to do that last game. But so far, MarineLord, he's up 1 point, which means it's match point for him. So if he wins this game, he's through to the quarterfinals for this round of Golden League. There are 3 rounds, but for the time being, MarineLord going to be going very heavy here on the water. Same with B, I'd expect. Yeah. Now, Rus has had quite a few changes, as we know, with the Kremlin. As well as a few other changes. Boyar's Fortitude's been buffed as well. They've had a couple new technologies in the Abbey of the Trinity. So maybe we'll be seeing that out of B. I'll be interested to see what he does with the Kremlin, if he goes for the Kremlin, that is. But we've been seeing a lot of Kremlin today in Golden League, so it's definitely a possibility. What we've been seeing a lot of players do is they drop down the Kremlin, and then they actually go for an arch composition, and then they can call in the militia from the ticket-based system, and they use that as their spearmen when their opponent's putting on pressure. I think it's a really smart idea, because the militia through the Kremlin are really, really cheap, and I think on a map like this, sticking the Kremlin next to the shoreline here could be a pretty smart move. But we'll have to see. I mean, you could even go for an aggressive Kremlin, to be honest. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what B looks to go for. For the time being, it looks like he's managed to pick up quite a bit of bounty. MarineLord going to be cleaning up this last deer pack. We won't know what... in fact, I don't think B has picked up a lot of bounty. His villagers aren't glowing here. Which means I don't think he's got tier 1. That could be a bit of an issue for him. I think do we dare hop out of the UI? He would have had at least he should have at least tier 1. This could be terrible for B. We'll take a look at his perspective. Interesting. Yeah, he doesn't have any glow around the villagers on the food. I mean, usually all the villagers have a little glow on them when you have tier 1, so this could be pretty bad for B. Not having that bounty in could cause him some issues here. But B going to be aging up very shortly. We see he's gone 2 fishing boats, 3rd one now in the queue. MarineLord, he's already up to 6. But you've got to remember that the Rus fishing ships are worth 2, but that does still mean he's 2 boats behind. But there we go. Kremlin going to be coming in from B. 6 villagers there on that landmark. And I'm glad we're seeing the Kremlin. Like, this right here is a pro game. You know, this could not get any more competitive right here. MarineLord is on match point. He's on match point for a quarterfinals of the first round of Golden League. And B's going for the Kremlin. I love to see it. I love to see it. Because this means B... I don't know exactly what he'll be doing with this, but I think it's going to be the archer composition and then using the militia as a sort of a tanky front line and just calling them in when he needs them. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. MarineLord on the other side, though, going to be going for the Council Hall, a landmark which has received some changes, not like the Abbey of the Kings, which we haven't actually seen yet in Golden League. At least for the games that I've seen, it seems to be the Council Hall that seems to be the landmark of choice for most players still. But this landmark can now train crossbowmen in the Castle Age, which is the biggest buff about the Council Hall now acting as a archery range. And it means that upon the English reaching the castle age, they don't have to invest into multiple archery ranges. They can just start making crossbow out of this landmark. And it's pretty huge for when you're up against fast castle builds. Because it means you can go for a fast castle yourself, and you don't have to invest into any production. But Kremlin is now up for B. And he did actually call the ticket. There they are. There are the two militia going to be running towards MarineLord's docks. MarineLord's on 2 docks, same as B. Both players on 2 docks. B, he's got a large galley in the queue right there. And here are the militia. Now, these guys have been nerfed since the pub. They only have 80 seconds of health. Before it was 90. But still plenty of time on them to be able to probably pick off this villager. I don't think it's... Yeah, it's definitely not going to be able to get home in time. So, B going to be able to pick off a villager already. Pretty huge for him right there. And now it looks like he's just going to be stacking up the tickets in the Kremlin. But there goes the first villager. Only 20 seconds of health left on these guys. So, at this point, you probably just want to run them into the wood line. And that's exactly what B's going to do. You know, this is still idle time for MarineLord. Granted, probably not a lot. You probably... 20 villagers. Maybe that was like 20 woods you've idled there. But I mean, considering you only played 40 food for it, that's half your investment back already, and you killed a villager. You know, it starts to add up. It definitely does start to add up. And now B's looking to put pressure on here with the galley. But unfortunately for him, MarineLord's already got out a hulk and a galley of his own. Another dock being dropped down there for him. Longbow out for MarineLord. Stable out for B. Looking to go into Horseman now. Interesting choice, not going for the Knights. But Horseman, we are seeing a lot more up against the English. And it's mainly because of their extra movement speed. And you can have you can build up a bigger mass of these. And you can get a good surround. Because Knights, they're very easy for big clumps of longbow to just kill in one shot, and then that's a huge investment lost, and they're slow, so you can't prod, whereas horsemen, they're perfect for prodding. And B now going to be moving out onto the stone mine over here. Interestingly, not going for this one, goes for this one instead. We see B looking to put on some pressure here. MarineLord does activate his palings right there, stopping the horsemen from running in. But MarineLord's going to be dropping down a barracks as well. Going to be adding in a few spearmen to deal with the horsemen. And this is when B reacts with an archery range. We haven't had much of a water battle yet. We've had... and we've got a demo ship, a galley, and an attack ship right there. MarineLord, on the other hand, he's got 4 hulks. 5 hulks. That's quite a few hulks right there. 5 hulks, but only 1 galley. So B could have a good opportunity here to go for a few demo ships. I mean, 1 galley is not going to be enough to deal with maybe 3 demo ships. And now B's going to be looking to try and deal with this boar. So looking to pick up a bit of bounty. And this is where we'll see all the villagers light up. Well, they should at least. They should all light up. Because he should be getting tier 1 from this. He's going to be losing his scout. I think he was a little bit stuck there. But there goes the boar. And there we go. Now all the villagers light up. So that whole time he wasn't actually even at tier 1 bounty. Which is definitely, it feels bad. But he's there now. So that's the most important part. It's also not that much of a big deal for him. Because food income isn't... You know, it's not a big deal for your villagers. It's, you know, because your fishing boats are out here doing all the food gathering anyway. But horsemen going to be running around the back, looking to do some raids on the wood line here. We've been seeing a lot of horsemen on this map. And it makes sense. I mean, trying to do as much idle time on your opponent's wood line as possible is really, really important. Like, look at the amount of damage that MarineLord's had done here. MarineLord's... Like, the amount of idle time here is huge. And this is exactly what B wants for water control. Another larger attack ship coming out for B. And villagers still idle here. 30 villagers from MarineLord. They've been idled for a solid half a minute right there. And this could give the slight competitive edge over to B. But still, 8 hulks out for MarineLord. Demolition ship coming in, though. Could get off a nice hit here. It does indeed do a very nice hit onto that one hulk. B going to be focusing that down. Does get taken out. 6 larger galleys. Doing a really good job there up against MarineLord. But he needs to be careful of demo ships coming out from MarineLord, though. But MarineLord's just sticking with hulks. Both players just going for the heavy hulk composition here. More horsemen in the base. And the fight right now is really over that water control. And 3 demo ships coming out of B right here. Only the 1 galley for MarineLord. This could be terrible for him. Luckily, demo ships not doing too much damage right there, actually. May have been detonated a little bit early. But fishing ships being pulled for MarineLord right here. Healing up the hulks. And this means he can get in the better trades while keeping alive his hulks. Another demo ship coming in. Doesn't manage to get off any good shots right there. Hulks in these numbers can just individually shoot them down. So if he's looking to do damage with demolition ships, you need to mass them up with at least 3. Arrow slits comes through on this dock as well. Is he doing quite a bit of damage there? But he should be able to push this back, though. More demolition ships come in for him. Both players not really doing too much on land for the time being. It looks like B is massing up just a little bit of cavalry. Couple horsemen, couple knights. And it looks like MarineLord's little force over here is going to get taken out. A few archers here to deal with the spearmen as well. And at the same time, going to be pushing in on the land here. Unfortunately for him, doesn't quite have enough demolition ships yet again. He's trying his best. Just doesn't have enough mass of springled ships. But is able to take out MarineLord's little army over here. But MarineLord's looking to put on the pressure now. 9 hulks right there. Doesn't have any galleys. Now it does actually have some galleys coming in. But this demolition ship coming out this dock could be pretty huge. If you can get it right in there, this could be huge. But MarineLord's 1 step ahead. We see he's just so fast to react. And that means he can only get off. I mean, that was still a good shot right there. But definitely could have been better. But 3 hulks going down there for MarineLord is pretty huge for B. We see he's now got the advantage. He's up by 1 springled ship. He's also got a galley in here somewhere as well. And he's looking to put on the pressure here on the land as well. Knights and archers with a few horsemen sprinkled in there as well. But the water is really the main priority right here. Galleys being focused down by B. He wants to take these out. I think he's got demolition ships coming behind this. So if he can take out the galleys, that means it's just a free reign for his demolition ships. And now he's going to be moving in with them. 3 demolition ships coming in. His 2 galleys are very low on HP right here. First demolition ship going off. Second one going off. Manages to pick off 1 hulk right there. And the 3rd one taking out a fishing ship. But look at this. MarineLord. He's under a lot of pressure here under his own base. Villagers looking like they're going to get picked off. We got mass militia in here as well. I think how many tickets were used? Not many, but some tickets were used there to push into MarineLord's base. Looking to B right now is just trying to get as much idle time as possible on MarineLord's wood economy, because the wood economy right now is what's keeping MarineLord's boat economy floating. Literally. Knight gonna get focused down. Network of castles here is able to push away B's army. And B's gonna have to retreat once again. I really like the amount of pressure he's putting onto MarineLords here. And B at the moment, look at the amount of stone he's gathering. I'm not sure if this is just accidental. You know, he's just left these 2 villagers on here and he's just been gathering it over time, but he's up to 415 stone right now. I mean, he could always drop down a second town center or just save it for... Actually, I was gonna say he could save it for a keep, but you can't do that in this with this rule set. So I'm not sure what he's planning with this stone, but I think that might have just been... Whoops, I forgot I've got villagers on stone. Originally, these villagers were on stone for those arrow slits. So maybe B could always just look to slowly push forward with docks and get arrow slits. Could always be a nice call. But attack ships doing a good job here, focusing down the galleys. Demolition ships trying to find a good angle. Demolition ships do get focused down by MarineLord right there. And his mass on water looking very, very strong once again. Now MarineLord might be looking to go for a bit of a castle age play here. We see he's transitioned more villagers over onto gold. Still looking to put on some pressure here with some longbow. Needs to be careful though. Has no spearmen here. One knight, two horsemen are able to focus these guys down, and he's got his +1 range defense, whereas MarineLord doesn't have any blacksmith upgrades yet. Demolition ship coming in for MarineLord. Able to get a nice shot off there, taking out what seems to be 2 galleys right there. But 4 demolition ships here for B. How many galleys? We've got 3 galleys for MarineLord. He needs to do some really good micro here to avoid it. Takes out 2 demolition ships so far. The next 2 going to be moving in. And it seems like they're going to be focused down as well. But B's still looking very strong. Look at the amount of demo ships coming in. Just demo ships everywhere right now. He's looking to try and just overwhelm MarineLord. But at the same time, B is losing a lot of his force as well. And now most of his boat force here is just completely wiped out. 3 galleys, 3 attack ships, 1 galley left for him. MarineLord definitely has the advantage on water. But we've got arrow slits in on this dock here. Needs to get repaired up though. No arrow slits yet in on this other dock, which I think will just be focused down by MarineLord. Seems like that is going to be the case. Arrow slits helping out on this other dock, which is finally now getting repaired up. More demo ships are coming in. Archers focusing down the villagers on the gold. Did seem like MarineLord wanted to go for that castle age, but B's just doing such a good job right now, just idling the villagers on the gold. B does have another gold down to the south here. Could always look to move over onto, but B managed to take out quite a few villagers there. He's got a 4 economic unit advantage right now. And still the water battles go on here. More and more demolition ships. So many demo ships just being used here. Arrow slits coming in on this dock, getting repaired up by 1 villager. More demo ships moving in. This really is the war of the demo ships over here. But connects like that really do make demo ships worth it. I mean, hulks are just such an expensive unit. Look at that, 100 food, 180 wood, 27 gold. A demo ship's only 80 wood, 80 gold. And B's still putting on the pressure here. Look at this! We got 9 militia, all the militia being called from the Kremlin right there. And now look at all the villagers for MarineLord. MarineLord's whole economy just being idled right here, taking them out of the town center for some reason. He could be sticking them inside this town center. I don't understand this move from MarineLord. All the militia do go down. Their time has run out. But 33 villagers being idle right there, MarineLord. His wood income's completely stopped, and this could be the advantage that B needs to push into MarineLord's economy, water control right now. But that was absolutely huge for B. We see 13 villagers, 14 economic unit advantage right now. He's got a mass still, and MarineLord's just been idled for so much time. 45 villagers just idled like that. And look at this. B's just massing up demo ships right here. Man, I am loving the Kremlin. The Kremlin's such a cool landmark now. I was really doubtful when they put in the patch notes about the Kremlin changes, and just like that, GG gets called. MarineLord taps out. That means it's 1-1, which means we go to a decider between these two players. What an absolutely insane game. I can't believe we're seeing the Kremlin being used to such good... Like, it's just being used so well by B right there. So if you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you in the third and final game.